Hello, 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 y'all. Keto for real life people. And it is Fri Yay. That's what I labeled this one. Friday. Are you guys ready for the weekend? I'm uncalibrated here. I don't know. Hey, Minnie. Hey, Kathy. And hello, darling. Hello, MJ. How are you guys? Happy Friday, guys.
Thank goodness it's Friday.
Yeah, I'm at my daughter's house. So we decided we'd do the live today from here and just chit chat. I did bring gums with me though, so that we could talk about those and maybe. Excuse me, excuse me, but I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper here. Elizabeth handed me a diet Dr. Pepper, and I was like, well, I'm gonna burp.
There's never a dull moment.
Yeah, that's true. There's never a dull moment, y'all. Oh, and I don't know what it is about this, but it does make me burp more. I maybe have one of these every so many years.
I don't know. I just like it in a can when it's cold. It's good.
It is. It's pretty tasty, but yeah, I was like, whoa, I maybe drank it too fast. Hello, okay. I got a big old husky. You can't see him, but he's right here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Friday. I just want to let you guys know that this weekend very soon I'm going to be doing the Boozy Keto Weekend, all right? So here's the lineup, guys. For those of you who are interested in a Boozy Keto Weekend, please comment in the comment section below. If you don't drink, if it's not your thing, just keep on scrolling.
I don't drink. Right. It's not my thing. I probably will not tune into this one.
Yeah.
So there's no offense.
No offense taken. It's just for those who would like to spice things up. So what we're going to be doing on that live, I hope to do it this weekend, is rum chata, copycat, Bailey's Irish cream, copycat, tequila rose, copycat, and a bourbon cream, plus a couple of other things to tip into. So yes, I'm excited about it. And if y'all don't want to do it, that's fine. I'll make up my own keto versions of it and just drink it all and get drunk. No.
Well, this is where you say the disclaimer. If you are keto and you are drinking, then be careful. It takes a lot less.
Yeah, and I will say this too. The volume, when you're drinking and a Malibu rum, I got to put a rum in there for somebody else said Malibu rum. So we got that too, I think. Excuse me, but this diet Dr. Pepper is getting me. Like,
it's like she's been fine this whole time. We were sitting here talking, no thing. She hits live, and it's her body has this instinct to just go.
Yes.
Yeah, every time.
So, all right, yeah. So we got and plus a few other surprises. So I think it's going to be pretty fun. The thing about when you do drink keto, I tend to, if I drink red wine, which is my favorite, I very seldom drink white wine, but I don't drink it straight. I have learned that if I drink it straight, not only am I going to get more carbs, but it's going to tank me. So, there's tips and hacks and tricks. I'm going to show you guys how to make your own Moscato wine, just all kinds of ways. And when you do these creams, even though they're keto, they are not going to have the volume of alcohol. Like say if you were drinking straight vodka or you were making a mixed drink with bourbon or whatever, you're going to get a lot tanked. This here is going to be cut down, because if you were to go buy rum chata or Malibu rum or Bailey's Irish cream, by volume the alcohol is much lower than straight alcohol. So anyways, I'll talk about all that during
Did you see that?
The Boozy Keto party.
Look. I got a husky.
You got a husky nose right there.
Oh my gosh. I don't drink it all, but I love you too much to not tune in.
You're the highlight of my.
Oh,
so sweet.
That's not even for me. That's for you, but I still think that's super sweet.
Hey, Linda. Hi, Tina. I see y'all popping in. Hooray! Me. Sounds good. Yes. Tina. There. Hi, Elizabeth. Good evening, Nancy. Hello, Linda, Angela. Okay, y'all. Yeah, there's 50-something of you. I'm done with that. Love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so 2 things tonight that I want to talk about that I've got on the board. Elizabeth's just here to just tune in with whatever she wants to. I brought my gums so that we could just kind of go over them a little bit, and the lecithin, all right? So the other thing that I brought, is this came in last night. So it is the new March box of the Keto Chow. So I'll share with you guys what's in there. I also got another really high dollar thing, but we're not gonna.
I'm just gonna put this out there because I just feel like I'm gonna put this out there. So please don't get mad at me for putting this out there.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's ever kind of watched any influencer on YouTube or any of them, but just a disclaimer: it's not a commercial. She's an influencer, so these companies send their products, and so she's gonna talk about them. So I personally don't have Keto Chow at my house, so
unless she gets it from me.
Unless I get it from her because I go over there and get it from her. But I think it's so easy to like forget that fact because like I'll watch makeup videos on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, how do these girls get all the makeup? Well, you know why? The companies know they're an influencer and they're sending them all that stuff and all that product. So that's just. I feel like I needed to say that before.
And I do think it's good to be transparent that way because if I get it for free from the company, I'm going to let you know, hey, the company sent me this. But there are times I do pay for stuff, a lot of stuff. So it just goes back and forth. You just have to be transparent.
Yeah.
And I also let you guys know, too, because we had this discussion like a week or so ago, when I'm going to make money off the products. So, like, if you were to buy a Keto Chow Club pack or a Keto Crate, I'm going to make a portion and a percentage just for you using my link. There. I didn't get mad.
Oh, she saw I want to be surprised. She's going to have to tune out. She's going to tune out if you're opening the Keto Chow Club box.
Why?
She wants to be surprised. She hasn't got her box yet.
Okay, Rachel. I'll let you know before I open it. Okay, but yes, I'm opening it. It lets everybody else get to see what's coming their way, and if they want, they can order them. Last month they sold out so fast, people couldn't get them. So yeah, it's quick. And I did. Hey, Dustin Riley, he's your son, my grandson. He's watching on YouTube. So it's okay, Rachel. You're all right.
So we're gonna do these gums. I'm interested in the gums because let's face it, I don't have any.
You don't have any. Plus, when you're cooking, I think of it today. I was playing with something. Here, I'm going to show you the first gum. I don't have the package, but it's called acacia gum or Arabic gum. It's not expensive. I bought a pretty good sized bag of it. Make sure you choose food grade on Amazon last year, and I hadn't figured out really how to use it in what capacity. So today I did a little thing. I guess I just wasn't researching properly. So I took a 1/4 cup of simmering hot water, say hot water like from your Keurig or just before that boiling point. And I took a 1/4 cup or 1 ounce of the acacia gum. Now, the thing with this will make wonderful syrups. I'm going to use this, y'all, this syrupy viscous. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, viscous. I want you to see it. It is just very thick. See how it's, almost, oops, I don't want to drip it on the thing. Look how it's just kind of glopping. So this is going to be used to make things like syrups. I'm going to make trying to make a pancake syrup with it, or you can flavor it. So I'm fixing to use it for those kind of things. So when you're wanting to do that, you can also use it as a binder to help with texture. But I kind of like to use the gums for different things because if you were to Google how to use xanthan gum, or if you Google how to use guar gum, which I have done all of that, okay, the possibilities are endless, but you never get a clear answer on any damn thing. You just don't. For instance, let's start with this one. Xanthan gum, you guys. This is the Now brand, okay? All right, real food, 100% pure powder. This stuff lasts forever. It takes just a little bit. So say you wanted to get a gluten-like consistency and make your breads finer and smoother, you can use it in baking with your cookies, your breads. And the rule of thumb is 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1/4 teaspoon per 1 cup flour. To know if you've got a good ratio when you bake your product, if it has a really smooth kind of, I call it it's not slimy, but it's almost like a slimy taste. Like on top of it, you've used too much. But if you were, if it's smooth and it should hold it and make it firmer, it should help it. I find that this is best. When I first started using it, I was trying to make syrups with this. And you can find all kinds of recipes with syrups with this stuff to thicken your water. It will gel it. It will gel it like nobody's business. But it tastes yuck if you do. And I didn't like the way the syrup tasted with it in it. So
But this is the one that, like, if you're making gravies,
you can use it.
or is this the one that kind of, I think I used too much one time and it turned it into like a slime.
Okay, look here. What's Charlie saying? I used too much of that xanthan gum in a steak and broccoli, and it tasted like gum and was stuck on our tongue.
I think, I'm not even gonna lie, when I was living with her, I had access to all her keto stuff, which was really awesome. I think I tried to put it in a gravy or something, or a broth, and it just kind of, it's separated.
Well, it does. And I thought this was the shiznit when I first got it. It was the very first gum that I bought. And so I used it, and it did have that little bit of a slippery taste, like slippery. That's what it's like. But I was totally fine with it. And then I expanded and bought guar gum. And along came glucomannan, also known as konjac root. I'm going to do it like that. So we're showing both of them. These guys right here, this here, I'll turn it on. This one, oops, there we go. This one is the powder, pure powder. This is probably my go-to. This is the one I use almost all the time, This one is the best for making gravies, sauces. I love thickening with this one because it has the least amount of slipperiness. I don't taste it when I thicken things. It is wonderful for sauces and gravies, which I tend to do quite often. Charlie, yes, I hope you like it. I hope you do enjoy it. If you guys have used any of these, especially if you've done them on my recommendation, I'd like to get your take on it. Now, this bottle I bought 2 years ago, and I'm going to have to replace it. It's almost gone. But this small bottle I paid $10.99 for, but it's lasted me 2 years. So well worth it. Well, my tongue has thanked me quite a bit. Guar gum isn't just another one that you can do that with, okay? So you can use this. I will do soups with it, especially stews, things like that. It works out wonderfully. Now, when it comes to baking, I'm still playing with these things, you guys. They are tricky. Xanthan gum, I think, stands up. For me, personally, I like adding this to like my bread. Sometimes I will add it just to see, and it will get a tightness to it, a tightness. I don't know. It was too sweet for gravy for me. Are you talking about the konjac root? This one is not sweet at all. Now, inulin is a fiber powder, which it's not technically a gum, but I did not bring it with me. And that one does have some sweetness to it. And inulin is also known as chicory root. What is the ratio? They're about the same. Think of it this way. Mild thickener, so very, very mild. I guess you would think of cornstarch versus flour. Flour is much heavier and gluier versus cornstarch or potato starch or tapioca starch if you were using those to thicken things. So these two would be like the mildest is the glucomannan or konjac root, followed by this one, which is a little bit stronger. Then this one, a little bit goes a long way. You're going to end up with super glue if you use too much of it. Okay, so that's the way those work. Now, the other thing, like I said, with the acacia gum, if you're looking at things, you can use these to even put into, like, say you're making ice cream and you want a smoother texture. You could add just like 1/8 of a teaspoon to your batch and stir it in during the heating process. Let it get smoothed out. Or you can do it, you can pre-do it. This, I want to let you know, this has been sitting for 3 hours. When I first put this together, well, it's been sitting longer than that. It's now been sitting almost 6 hours. So a 1/4 cup of this, and it's very lumpy, bumpy, and pasty. But you can take this, mix it, and right now it is so silky smooth.
Let me smell that.
There should be odorless.
Okay, I'm weird. I'm like, let me smell it.
Yeah, I can barely smell a little something, but it just, Nothing unpleasant, and I can't even describe it. It's a plant. It's from the acacia tree. So that's what it's, I guess, an acacia tree.
You know, I think it'd be fun to have her brain sometimes as far as how she works with stuff. But in the same sense, sometimes it just overwhelms me because she gets really excited and she starts talking to me about it. But I'm talking about, like, I could be talking to her about something and all of a sudden she's like, do you know what I'm planning on making today? I'm like, what are you planning on making today? I feel like a Monte Cristo sandwich with some raspberry, and I'm going to do it. You know, by noon, that woman had it made. It's like she has something come in her head, and it's like, but she goes into, like, she researches to what she can use in order to get it. So it's not that she, and the thing is once she makes it once, she doesn't ever really make it again. And she normally gives it to me because I've come over to try to eat it. Like the first time she made that sandwich, she just wants to be able to say, I can do it. And I think that's where your passion is, because you provide recipes. And I think it's funny because sometimes I see people and they're like,
and then I eat the same dang things like eggs. And
yeah. So I think it's funny to watch people. One day I told her, I said, you know, sometimes I wouldn't want to be you because we're so quick to give opinions about like what we feel like is the right way and what's working for us. But then in the same sense, I told her, I said, Mom, I said, when you're making stuff that's savory, everybody's like, I want something sweet. I said, you start making stuff that's sweet, everybody's like, well, you do nothing but make stuff that's sweet. We want savory. I said, I couldn't be you, but I'm grateful for her brain because it gives me a little bit of like.
Oh, speaking of my brain, Dad today, we got in the car to make a liquor run. Well, that's what we call it around here in East Texas.
Dry county.
Well, it's not even dry anymore, but they kept it on the outskirts. So you have to still drive 25 miles instead of 35 miles.
I don't know.
You know, and I haven't been in so long. Usually if I get a chance to go to Dallas, I'll pick something up while I'm there. It's like, I won't drive 25.
I'm sorry. She just tried to bite my cat.
Oh,
no. Sorry. I had to zap my dog.
Oh, goodness, that scared me.
No, you leave her alone.
So anyways, Dad and I are on a liquor run today, and I had just got in the shower, got dressed, and then we took off, and I told him, I said, no, we can get wine now. They finally, what was it, 10 years ago? Not even 10 years ago. They finally let us, you couldn't buy beer or wine. Yes, we would drive more than 25 miles for beer or wine, okay? And then they finally opened it up so that you could buy beer and wine at our gas stations and grocery stores, but they did not allow liquor sales. So you still have to drive, I figured it out, it was 25 miles over and 25 miles back. So 50 miles just to get it.
Sorry, look at the window.
Oh, Oliver. So anyways, I'm telling Celix on the way there, I'm like, okay. So I gotta get some bourbon, I gotta get some tequila, I gotta get some vodka, and I gotta get some rum. I had a little bit of vodka at the house, but that was it. So everything else I didn't have. I was like, because in my mind, I think I figured out how to get every bit of this to work for the Baileys, for this. And I started to explain all of it. And he's driving. And I finish, and he looks at me and he goes, all of that was in your brain in the shower? I was like, yes. Conceptually, it's going to be perfect. I just have to apply it. He said, I don't know how you do it. I said, it's just in my mind. I see fractions.
Yeah.
Fractions of this and that. Fractions.
Tina, I have an e-collar, a training collar on her. We just got a new dog, and she's great, but she keeps trying to go after my cat. And so the cat
just got spayed yesterday.
And the cat just got fixed yesterday. And so I don't ever use the actual shock part on her because she's really good. But she just jumped up there and tried to bite her, and my cat can't move. So I zapped her. It scares them more than anything. I'm sitting here petting her right now.
By the way, you guys, I've zapped myself with it. It's not fun, but it scares them more than anything.
So it's just a training collar. I know my heart breaks though, because I feel bad. I'm sitting here rubbing her like, I'm sorry I had to do that, but you tried to eat my cat.
All right. So that's the gums. Oh, somebody asked me, isn't your taste and smell affected from COVID? So far, so good. I'm back on my taste and smell. For a while there, it was affected. I'm still tasting things pretty well, as far as I know. And you need to heat all of them? No, you don't. No, you don't. Xanthan gum and all of these, you really don't. What I read about doing this acacia is you don't really have to boil it, but you want it hot enough to break it down, and then just let it sit and dissolve. And I was really surprised because when I started putting it together, I thought there's no way in hell this is going to go into a liquid, because it was almost, well, it was equal parts, but it did. Let's see. Well, Sherry, it's been, it was, by the time they lifted the booze ban, it had been over 75 years that this county has been dry, ever since Prohibition. When they announced Prohibition in the 1920s, okay, this county stayed dry. Now, you could go to restaurants and have wine. You had to buy a membership, a unicard is what it was called, wasn't it? You had to have a unicard, and you had to pay every year to keep it going, and then you could have a drink in a restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
that's what I was reading.
I wanted to see
my husband is listening in the background, says you talk a lot. This wouldn't work if she didn't. He knows how much I love you, Nancy. He's busting my chops.
He's busting my chops.
And did she shock herself for fun? No, she decided to get a training collar for the husky and felt like if she could do it to herself, she wanted to feel what it felt like for him. So yeah. I'm not as brave, so I make my husband do it. I said, here, hurry, do it. And so he'll go, and he was like, yeah, it works. But it's one of those, if you want to do it for yourself, why are you going to do it on something else? Yeah, because huskies. That's all I can say about that. So. All right. Okay, so Nina says, you don't mix like you can with cornstarch and cold water. Yes, you can. I do it all the time, especially with the konjac root. I'll put a little bit in a dish, and I'll put a little water with it and just give it a stir and then slurry it in. You can definitely use these, especially when it comes to sauces and gravies. But you can also apply these guys into your baked goods. So, for instance, just give it a try. I mean, so what if you burn a batch of cookies, if you put too much of this or too much of that? That's the way I look at it. You learn quickly not to waste things. So for instance, like I said, this xanthan gum gives things a gluten-like texture. So if you're doing breads or rolls or something like that, you could definitely add a 1/4 teaspoon per cup of flour that you're using. So say, for instance, that I'm using a cup of almond flour and a 1/2 cup of lupin flour. I would probably use about a 1/2 teaspoon of the xanthan gum. And that could be too much. So you just, and then if it is, then I would go, oh, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon or 1/4 and an 1/8. You have to play with these a little bit. But the glucomannan and the guar gums, now you can also add these to, your cookie doughs and things like that if you're wanting a smoother, finer texture. I'm actually haven't done it, but I've thought about doing it, of adding it to my miracle dough to see what kind of texture I get. What is my latest thing that I'm super happy with? Oh, the crackers. Yeah. So what's my latest? What I'm really excited about. Oh yeah, crackers. And so that brings me to the sunflower lecithin. Okay. This is not technically a gum, but it is a fat derivative, plant, animal fat derivative. And it also does that. It can thicken things. It can emulsify things. Xanthan gum can emulsify. So for instance, oil and water do not mix. If you were to use this, it could help bind them together. So this is also a binder. Gums are used to smooth things out, to bind things, to thicken things, to emulsify things. So you just learn to play with them a little bit. I wish I had, I do have something right here. Let me see what we got here. She's fixing to open the keto box.
Rachel, are you here, Rachel? Because I'm fixing to slide into the next spot. No.
You guys go.
All right.
I'm okay.
Oh. Okay. So, for instance, okay.
Do you see who orders through your Amazon link?
No, I don't. They don't give names because that's your private business. But I can go into my Amazon and I can see what's been ordered. Like I can see that somebody ordered, an electric drill. And I'm like, what? Well, maybe they didn't want to buy my glucomannan or my xanthan gum, but their husband needed a drill, so they ordered that. It doesn't matter what you use for the 48 hours after you click into my link. They use something called cookies, which lets the cookies run for 48 hours. So anything you buy off of Amazon, I will get whatever. I think it's 4%. It's not big, but every little bit helps when there's lots of it. So I always tell everybody, use those.
All right, dun dun dun. See, she brought this over to my house. So you know what are my odds? I keep thinking, what are my odds that I might get some of this chow chow?
Yeah, okay.
I don't even have a mixer.
I'm not going to even show the box quite yet. I just want to look at the ingredients list on this.
Real reddening salt. I see that.
Yes, it does have real salt. Let me get past all of the vitamins, milk, protein. Okay, so look here, y'all. I don't know if you can read that or not. Right there, second ingredient, acacia gum. Do you notice that Keto Chow is really smooth and yummy and that gets that smoothie factor going on? Well, guess what, y'all? It's this stuff right here that I showed you, acacia gum. So when it's in here in the powder form, and when you add your liquid to it, and that's
what the thickener is. That's because there's a difference. Okay, so I have Equips. She prefers Keto Chows over Equips, so I got gifted Equip bags. And for me, I'm one of those, I don't know, it's just because I'm so used to diet. I hate saying dieting, but eating healthier, that weird chalky textures don't tend to bother me. Mm-hmm. So if I say something like, this is disgusting, that means it's really bad, because I can eat some pretty, like, what other people would think is weird. So when you do the Equip shakes, I end up having to use a blender with them, and they still are, they don't blend. They kind of stay lumped up a little bit.
I was still in my mind going, Equip.
But the thing with the Equip is it doesn't bother me, because I'm used to, you have a thing, if it's a diet food, it's going to taste kind of diety. You know what I mean?
But Keto Chow doesn't.
But Keto Chow doesn't. It's got that, it's like it literally goes into a smoothie. Like, even if it's hot and not cold yet, it just smooths up. I don't know.
Okay, but I want to move on here.
Sorry.
No, it's good. Oh, I think that was perfect, because this stuff is great. But if you look here, after the acacia gum, then it goes into potassium and sea salt, and then it goes xanthan gum. So there's another.
This one? No,
right there.
I grabbed the wrong one. I would. Xanthan.
Yes. And then we go in.
Too. Mm-hmm. I've never looked at the ingredients.
Yes, and you notice they're high up on the ingredients list. So it's milk protein isolate, then acacia gum, and then it has potassium citrate, sea salt, xanthan gum, choline, and magnesium, potassium, ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, which I have some. No, I have citric. That's super sour.
Basically, she's saying she can make Keto Chow, y'all. Let's see if she can do it.
No, let's not say we did. Then down at the very bottom is your sweetener, and it is sucralose and sunflower oil and sunflower lecithin. So this guy is a science dude, all right? But if you look at a lot of products, whether they're keto or not, you'd be surprised at the back on how many gums you're going to find, because they blend them to give you that texture that you like. So for instance, if you're out there and you're eating chocolate covered cherries from C's Candy and you're thinking, oh, they're so good, I want to go home and try to make them myself, and they're just harder, they're tougher, they're not as silky smooth. It's because gums. Oh, and I do want to make this point real quick, and then we're going to wrap up the gum talk. Some people are like, I don't want to use gums. That doesn't sound right, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, these are just plants. These are just plant derivatives.
She was picking them up, and I was looking at the thing on the back. It's 1 carb, 1 fiber. It's 0 carbs to use a thickener. And the only ingredient is pure xanthan gum.
Pure guar gum.
So they talk about
pure acacia.
Cleanness. I mean, the less ingredients, the best, right?
Well, and plus, when you're using gums, you use so little of it.
I'm talking about a little. Y'all, I didn't realize how quick it thickens up. And I see her do stuff, so I think all of a sudden that my brain should work like hers. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I never learned. Stop it now.
Flex. No better.
Sorry, y'all. But the thing is I never learned fractions. So when don't get me wrong, like I'm not an idiot. I can say, okay, that's a
algebra.
And I can do algebra. I moved states. So I took a heaping tablespoonful of xanthan gum and put it over the pot roast juices, and I'm like, this is gonna be great. It turned into a science experiment, and I still served it. I was like, eat it, it still tastes fine.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm talking about it takes like, I mean, the size of my pinky. How much is that? Like what you do the fractions?
It'd be like 1/8 of a teaspoon.
Yeah, like an itty bitty amount. And the thing is let it cook for a little bit. Let it cook for a little bit, just like you would flour, and see if it thickens. If it doesn't, then add just a little bit more and let it cook for a little bit, because the longer it cooks, the more it's going to thicken.
The thicker it gets.
And so you have to give it that little bit of time.
And again, 1 total carbohydrate, 1 fiber, so 0 net carb. But you're figuring this is for a 1/2 teaspoon. Most of the time you're using 1/4 teaspoon, so you're only getting even half of that. And then that is spread out over so many servings that it just doesn't equate. So, all right, guys, now.
Yeah, I did. I got a daughter right on the other side of this. You know, it's life.
It's live. We got a little kindergartner coloring and getting like all. I'm going to set that there because I know me. All right, I'm fixing to do this unveil, guys. Now, I did in the description box share the link for this Keto Club.
I'll put that back in.
Thank you. It's not even plugged in.
No, it's running off its juice.
Where are we at, juice-wise? Ooh, we need to plug in, if you don't mind. So the Keto Club box.
Thanks.
It is a 30-day meal plan that you get. And I think if you click into the link, I think you can still get it for like $99 a month. And you're going, whoa. But
okay, I'm going to say this. So I've thought about it because I can't justify buying it either. But in the same sense, if you look at it for the amount of meals you get, if you're actually using it for a meal replacement,
you can't beat it.
You can't beat it. A big bag is what, 21 meals?
21 meals.
21 meals. So you figure a big bag, $60. That's 21 meals. How much would it cost you to go and get 21 pre-portioned meals with all your vitamins in it?
Or try ordering one of those boxes. I'm not going to even name names because I only know Sabrina who ordered one, and
I'm not going to name names, Sabrina.
No, I'm talking about the company name.
Oh.
Because one of my friends ordered one of those boxes where you get your meals delivered, you know, all your proteins, all your vegetables, everything's in a box. Because she's not huge on
cooking. Would I be angry?
Oh, you would be so bad. Harvey would eat the box in one meal and be like, where's the rest? I mean, they were such dinky portions, and it was so outrageously expensive. I went through her cabinet.
See, and it's one of those things I have bought Keto Chow before. I bought the peanut butter one. That one's my favorite.
It's the bomb. It's my favorite too.
I have a hard time though, because like for me, I want that and food too. But I'm just like
I think that's great though, because that's how flexible it is. So you can have, if you're eating 2 meals a day, you could definitely say, I'm going to have the Keto Chow in the morning. Or what I like to do.
I like it in the morning before I go to work.
Yeah, for you, that would be good. Now, for me, on the other hand, I don't want to start my day with Keto Chow. I like my first meal to be my meal. Like today, I'm only eating once. I had a hamburger patty and salad. And I could definitely have a Keto Chow at night because I'm not really that hungry after eating all of that.
I like that. Listen, if you find value in Keto Chow, you can afford it. We spend all kinds of stupid money on fun things we probably don't need. It's nice to have Keto Chow in the cabinet when I'm in the mood. It's delicious, and the toffee one is so good.
You like that toffee one? I find the toffee one
too sweet on that one.
I cut it a little with a little. Okay.
Well, am I going to get to do anything here besides just interrupt you every now and then?
Hey, you don't even know what's in it, do you?
I don't.
So this will be good because I looked in it last night. I couldn't help myself. I tried to be good, but I couldn't. All right, here we go. Okay.
I like this kind of stuff.
But they got to see it too.
I'm going to open it. So
here, I'm going to do this a little more.
Yeah. Oh, I like this. Okay, I thought it was just going to be like some Keto Chow stuff. That's pretty awesome. Good job, Chris.
All right, okay.
I've got s'mores, a single serving s'mores.
You're going to have multiples sometimes.
Okay, yeah, but see, I don't know. I haven't tried the s'mores, but I don't like marshmallows. So
it doesn't taste like marshmallows. I don't know what it tastes like.
Oh, you already have a big bottle of this.
I know.
I'm getting some of this, y'all.
I know.
This is so exciting. Except for this stuff, I'm not going to lie, tastes horrible.
It does.
It is Daily Minerals.
Yeah, what is it?
With Ken Berry on it. See, Ken Berry does endorse things.
Oh, my goodness.
Ken Berry said he would never. I love you, Ken. No sweeteners, no added flavors, no sugars.
It
just
tastes
minerals.
disgusting, but it's
Look,
very, very good
I want you to
stuff.
see that face. Boom. Look. Kimberry.
Canberry and the bun.
Partnered with Keto Chow.
I have such a giant bottle. I think I have a lifetime supply at the house.
What is this? I like it.
Well, hold on. It's just minerals, okay? Let's
Yeah.
go over it. Keto Chow Daily Minerals, developed with Dr. Ken Berry, are designed to replenish all important minerals that are lacking in modern diets. Sourced from purified water from Utah's Great Salt Lake, where easily absorbed trace minerals are found in their ionic form, these drops contain only dissolved pure minerals without any sweeteners, artificial flavorings, making them suitable for a range of dietary restrictions. These statements have not been evaluated.
Okay, so I have to tell you something about this. So when she first got one in to try, it said the amount to take in. It said you should dilute it in water. Well, I thought, no, Shirley, I'm just going to pour out a shot glass. We'll take it real quick. We'll chase it with water. Y'all, I'm going to tell you, do not do that. Dilute it. If you take the amount that it requires, not diluted, it will cause burning in your belly and make you want to vomit.
And poop at the same time.
It's horrible.
Don't forget.
I'm
Yes,
just
I know
saying.
Nisha sings. She has a beautiful, I swear, sometimes I think, what is it that they can't do? But she has a beautiful singing voice.
What is?
And she's
I
impressive.
love this. You have so many. Okay, you know how people have. I see. I'm getting super excited. You know how people have like little things. Like your thing is everything kitchen. Like you just got a whole bunch of everything. I have so many measuring spoons. I have plastic ones. I have metal ones. Look at
I'm
this.
super excited about this.
I know you are.
Of course, I think you guys know. I've got my head cut off. It doesn't matter because I want you to see what she's pulling out of the box.
Where is she?
She's, I don't know.
She's not by the cat. Look at it. It is a measuring cup that flips.
Measuring
Wow,
spoons.
Measuring spoons.
What is this? I like how it says it on the bottom.
It says it on the bottom. It's a quarter, half, 1, and then 1 tablespoon.
And I would imagine
use.
it's because you're doing like a tablespoon of
Whatever.
these.
Whatever. You just put anything in there.
Hey, that's kind of unique though. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
The big bag.
The big bag. Salted caramel.
I was like bomb on that.
I
one.
like the salted caramel.
I do too.
would-
I like it better than the toffee.
And think about this. If this is coming in, well, but still, that's a great value.
21 meals.
All right. But it's not done. But wait, there's more.
See, I think this is kind of cool.
Apple pie. And you know, they're versatile. So they're versatile.
This one is
yes.
delicious. Have you
Okay.
tried the apple pie?
No, I have not.
Oh, you're gonna have
Another
to try.
s'mores.
Yes.
Apple pie.
I'm so happy that I hope at some point that I get a big bag of apple pie because it's right up there.
Pistachio.
It's good. I got a bunch of that at the house. Guess what you can have?
Tomato.
No, is it taco?
Oh, taco. What? Talk about it Tuesday.
All day Tuesday. Those are all
Another
on Friday.
pistachio.
Yeah.
So you're thinking 21 mils. Hold on. 21, 22.
There's 30, baby.
Oh, okay.
It's a 30 day. You get a 21 plus 9.
Banana.
I know. I was just thinking of the banana.
The banana's good.
Because I ran out of the banana.
Ooh, mocha.
Yeah, that one. I never, you know what? Actually, I can't say anything. I think I've wanted to try this one, but it's one of those things that everybody gets before I do.
All right, so then you got Keto Chow hacks. Did you know you can use less than a full serving of Keto Chow to add instant flavor? And that's their little thing.
With the measuring spoons. Let's look at that. See? It's cool. Level up your It says level up your chocolate game by mixing in a tablespoon of your favorite Keto Chow powder to the batter. Take whipped cream from Delish to Out of This World with a tablespoon of Keto Chow. Will add oodles of flavor to the classic topping. Add a tablespoon of Keto Chow to thicken your favorite sauces in place of a flour, roux, or savory sweet. And want to boost your morning coffee? Add 2 teaspoons of your favorite Keto Chow. And then have any ideas of your own, and it gives you a spot to write down your own hacks. So that's pretty cool.
So then it gives
Well, I think we just covered that, Angie.
So this one's Daily Minerals, 11 supplements in one. Provides minerals in an ionic state, reduces symptoms of keto flu, formulated to provide essential minerals that are missing from modern diets, no added colors, sweeteners, or flavors. And then it's got little facts on the back and how much. You're supposed to take 1/3 of a teaspoon.
There we go. Yeah, and you can definitely break that.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
And then the recipe cards. You know
With
what?
all the information.
These little recipe cards, they're like, you remember the old files that you used to get with your, I
nice
remember
and
like,
laminated.
yeah, they were, but they had the little things and the little stickers like my grandma had them, you know, and then the handwritten cards and they cut them out of the newspapers and magazines.
I still have my box.
It's like they're bringing it back, just a little bit bigger for everybody who's blind like her.
Yeah.
But with little tiny writing. Pecan caramel apple tart.
Ooh, snap! Look at that, guys. Oh my gosh, we have a crust ingredients and filling ingredients. That is amazing. So that's really cool.
Pistachio fluff.
I love pistachio fluff. Because I call mine green thing. Diced strawberries, sweetener, heavy cream, walnuts, pecans, shredded coconut. See, I've already made this. It's my recipe. I got my own version, but here, let me show you the picture.
Crock-pot chicken chili. I would think I would not waste, I don't know. Crock-pot chicken chili. I am a hoarder of taco seasoning, y'all. And I know it's probably not healthy, but I love taco seasoning.
Charlie, you need to make that. I'm assuming it's the pecan caramel tart you're talking
about. Oh
my
gosh. I know sweets. Gooey s'mores bars. Those look delicious.
Oh, let me show you. Yes, they do.
And so you know these are all keto. And then salted caramel cookies.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm all about cookies.
So I think that's interesting because then they give you a different way to use them instead of just putting it in a bottle and having to drink it.
And here's the thought, y'all. Okay, so we talked about the gums, and I'm glad we did the box tonight because I think this kind of plays into it. You know, it's funny because I developed, with the chocolate peanut butter cup, I developed the peanut butter cookies, right? And then I did that with the lemon keto chow, I did the lemon cookies. Guess what? All of those gums were in there to help my texture because they were, are they not the best cookies ever?
Okay, so her cookies snap. They taste like cookies.
My ginger snap cookies.
Yeah, they actually, now the problem is you got to let them cool so they'll do that. And I tend to eat all her cookies before they cool.
I don't get much of my stuff, do I?
No, she doesn't.
I have a lot of stuff, though.
Yes, she does. But like when I was living there, I'd come in and there'd be like 7 or 8 cookies, right? And she'd be like, try this. And I'd be like, oh, it's so good. And next you know, I've ate like 4 of them, right? And she's like, Harvey's coming over. I said, yeah, I'll save him one. And so I push one to the side and then I stare at it.
And eats them. Daddy eats them.
They're good.
But they are. And I haven't made them.
I will tell you though, like, okay, so her miracle dough, that's one of my go-tos. Like, I was making meatballs for the kids and spaghetti. And
what, the night before last?
The night before last. And I could not, I didn't have spaghetti squash or anything. And believe it or not, I have stayed keto this whole time. Like I haven't went off. I haven't had bread in however many days it's been or sugar or like I've done good. And so I was like, man, I'm making the meatballs, but what am I going to eat meatballs with? I was like, I have this stuff. I'm just going to make a pizza. So I made them Alfredo and meatballs, which was a weird combination, but hey, I fed it to them.
You didn't have to go to the store.
I didn't have to go to the store to get marinara, so I was like, whatever, I'll give them Alfredo and meatballs. Worked good. But I made an Alfredo chicken pizza with her miracle dough. The kids were eating, and they were like, Mom, can we have a piece of that? My boys were Jacko pizza. It was good.
From you.
It was good though, wasn't it?
Hey, I just got a recent
take
comment. I guess I can push that back
you.
down or put because my head's been cut off, but I didn't care. I just wanted everybody to see the keto chow stuff.
So
yeah, I love it.
Recipes come out great. There's some that are staples in my house for me. I would say beefy cauli rice is one of my staples that I go to. The pizza is another staple that I'll go to at least once a week normally if I have the ingredients for it. Which I'll just go and steal the ingredients from her house and bring it back to my house.
That's what she does.
Enough ingredients.
That's what she does.
I do. I'm trying to think of another one of your. Those are probably my 2 go-to. Other than that, I just keep it whole
Basic.
Basic.
But I don't sit around. I mean, I'm always thinking about how to make new dishes, but for the most part, I eat like everybody else. I mean, just plain old pot roast. I was supposed to make meatloaf tonight, a keto meatloaf.
I did. Thank you for saying that. My brain was just drawing. I was over here like Space Zone. I was like, I make something else, meatloaf. And I will tell you that she found a way to substitute. She just takes pork skins and grinds them up and uses that as her binder. And I have to say that my family loves meatloaf. My kids love meatloaf, except for Dustin because he doesn't like anything.
Except for steaks.
But I make it at least once a week. And I tried to make it with crackers when we were all eating crappy at the end of last year. And Harvey told me, he said, babe, I like the keto one better. Like it has
Dad does too.
He said it has more flavor. He said it's not dry. So there's certain staples that are just awesome.
Linda, it's not Elizabeth's recipe, it's mine. And hon, it's on my page, on my website. It's already been there for years. And it's also in group. If you guys look in the Facebook group under recipes, you can just scroll through those comments. It says a recipe box. And it's, I think, one of the very first recipes that I came up with when I very first started doing it.
Okay, just to keep it super simple, the other day, because of the snow and the freeze, I didn't have any vegetables. And I literally was working with limited stuff. I put cauli rice, hamburger meat, and a package of taco seasoning in it. I cooked it. And then I topped it with a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of salsa, and that was it.
Oh, yeah, I did do the
I normally do the like cilantro and all that, but it's literally cauli rice, some sort of Mexican seasoning, and beef.
And that's
and then you add your topping on the on it. I just add the fat from the meat. I let the fat stay.
You're welcome,
in there.
Linda.
So,
all right, I'm gonna look through here, y'all, and see if there's any comments or anything like that. I know there was probably lots.
I love you too, son.
I don't like doing it that way. Okay, I went back ways.
Yeah, you did.
Oops. Ooh. No, I passed that. You zapped yourself. Yes, I did.
Texas mail is a week late.
Huh?
I was reading that Texas mail is a week late. Texas is just late with everything right now.
Yeah, we're behind. I'm just now getting stuff that should have been here 2 weeks ago. So I'm still patiently waiting. I did this one. I did this one. Good to see you both.
So, anyways, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I just had her over here, but sometimes I just want her cooking for me again. Let's just put it like that. If she could just come over here and cook for me, I would love it.
It says, a Facebook user, I'm not sure who you are in group watching, but it says, Elizabeth Whiting, you sounded like my daughter's talking to my grandkids.
I know. We throw our whole dinner in the garbage whenever we do that gum. You need patience when using that. You really
yes,
do.
you do.
I think that the key to keto food is it's not exactly like regular food. So there's going to be a little bit of kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like when I'm making a pizza dough. I don't like to mix it together like she does. So I found out the other night, Mom, if I put the flour on the bottom, loop of flour on the bottom, the cheese just directly on top of that, the cream cheese on top of that, and the sea lime husk on top of that, then I can microwave it for 2 minutes and come out, and I can just stir it with a spoon, and I don't ever have to touch it. It just all goes together right.
So, guys, I am going to really, I'm going to put this link here for the Keto Chow Club link. I'm just grabbing it. They can still see you. I just can.
Oh, I'm sitting here like,
Yeah, they can see you. I can grab links. So this is the Keto Chow Club link. It's not the singles. So there's a difference. Like if you were to just click on my Keto Chow normal affiliate link that I have for your 21 meal bags and stuff like that, that's fine. But if you order the club thing through it, then I don't get any credit. So if you are interested in getting the club, Keto Chow Club started, please use the Keto Chow Club link. Which it went through perfectly.
What's March's game plan?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna march into March with comfort foods, but we're gonna keep it, well, I guess just balanced. We're just gonna keep it keto, guys. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm not doing lives every single day. But we will have lives every single week. That I can promise you. So here's a few highlights. Some of the things I'm thinking about, like we have St. Patrick's Day coming up. So I went to Sam's Club last week. While I had corned beef, I got some of that. I want to do, yeah, we're going to do that. I think, but instead of just boiling it or whatever, I'm just going to maybe casserole it out.
Boiling, stick it in a stew. That's what I was thinking. I said it wrong though. What is it? Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. There you go. It's potatoes. That's what I thought of when she said that. Well, I was sitting here, you said that, and my head went, and it was that beat went off in my head.
Well, and because of the winter storm Snowmageddon, when Snowmageddon hit East Texas, we kind of went down. We went, what is that? Goes down. Water go down the hole, I guess.
Oh, now she's doing it. See, she wonders where I get it from.
Yeah, right. Anyways, so there's a few recipes that I didn't get to share with you, but we still need to do the chicken a la chaffle recipe. I think that's going to be really good.
Y'all, I tried to make a chaffle the other day. It was horrible.
We're going to do a little bit of meal prep. I think we should have a couple of meal preps. One of the things that I'm going to do are shepherd pies. I think those will be really good. It's still March. It's still we're going to be transitioning. We're going to have cold days. Then we're going to have some weird warm days, at least here in Texas. We know what's
you know what? It was freezing last week. Last night I had to take my daughter to ballet, and it started pouring, and the lightning was coming down, and I could see it striking. And I'm like, freezing last week, raining this week, and then the hail.
Did you see the house that got struck by lightning on Meadow Lane?
We had a house that got struck by lightning and caught on fire here. And then on top of that, I went to leave after I dropped her off, and hail started coming out of the sky. And I was like, son of a gun. I was like, I have to go back and get my daughter. I was like, so snow last week, freezing, no electricity. Now we got rain, hail, and flooding.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Andrew. So yeah, it's craziness here. And so we're just going to keep it keto. If my brain comes up with a theme for it, we'll do it.
I made a mess on the floor.
She's got to do something real quick. So time for the kids to go with their dad for the weekend. Charlie says, here's an idea. What if you repost the videos from the beginning of your journey with you cooking? Amazing. Hey, I could do that. I could pick through some of them. It's funny because it's going on just about a year, almost 2018. When there was a snowstorm, but it was just a day or two. And so that's when I started my YouTube channel. And I had went on Facebook, and I was like, I'm going to be cooking all day long, trying to get subscribers, y'all. And I was using fathead pizza dough, and I was making pizzas so many different ways. So there's some good videos from back in the day, and I will try to share some of them. I just shared one from Halloween because it had been flagged in 2019 because I played, what is it? Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. So they shut it off. They wouldn't release the video or whatever. And I just got a notification. Hey, go ahead and play it now. Cheddar Bay Chaffle, the best red lobster. Cheddar Bay Chaffles, yum. Sounds delicious. Okay, Facebook user, I need a box. I shared the link. You should be good. So it's dark now, and this old woman's got to haul butt home and load up all my stuff. I feel like a Mary Kay or an Avon lady or a Tupperware chick or something like that. I keep losing. Oh, here's the lid. So I've got this gum. This gum is going to turn into a syrup, y'all. And I will tell you this. I want to do the boozy keto thing this weekend. One thing I'm not sure I have enough of is allulose. And I don't know if I can get it, but I'm going to be needing it. So let me give you guys a heads up really quick. Hey, would you get Grandma a paper towel and put this in the sink for me, please? Thank you. And thank you. And thank you. So for a lot of these creams that I'm going to make, for the RumChata, for the Baileys, and for the Tequila Rose, you're going to need sweetened condensed milk. And you can find the recipe for sweetened condensed milk, thank you, on my website. Okay? So heads up, go look and see if you have those ingredients. Of course, you're going to need some liquor, and you're going to need some almond milk, and you're going to need some heavy cream. But the sweetened condensed milk is something that you can make in advance and have it ready. The other stuff, you can just go to the store, pick it up, and use it right away. But you're going to have to take the time to make it. I am also, the Husky's talking. So the other thing that I'm going to do is make some syrups with this. And I'm going to use it for a liquor drink as well. So we'll see what I get with it. Not quite sure yet. Isn't he a handsome fellow? He's my, what do we play together?
Red Dead?
Yeah, we play Red Dead. We're pretty bad. Pretty cool. So I didn't get to play last night because Xbox had a worldwide crash. And so we didn't get to play. Plus, during the week, now that it's school starts, he has to get off early, for bedtime and shower and all that good stuff. It's Friday night. So when I get home, I'm going to be hooking it up We's gonna be playing some.
No.
Oh, you're going to your dad's, huh?
That's why Dad got here.
For a whole week, huh? No, just for the
No,
weekend?
just for the weekend.
Alrighty. Well, I love you.
Love you.
We got a little something right there.
That's why I asked if the streak would end.
Yes, Nina, they do. They do live close by. We live within less than 5 miles of each other. And even when they go to their dad's house, he lives right here in town too. So it's just it's dad time, and you don't get to play the weekend, huh?
I would be able to if the internet wasn't bad and Lexi didn't ruin my disc over there. I had a separate disc and she put nail polish all on it.
Ooh, that's kind of terrible.
The back of it, the part that mattered, rubbed a glob of nail polish on it.
But you can't get it off, huh?
Not without scratching it.
You should Google it. All right, guys. This is us getting into conversations. So, anywho, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Keep it keto. This is the 26th, 27th. We're wrapping it up. Monday, I'll be coming in and starting on March 1st. I'm trying to figure out how to do this boozy weekend. I want you guys to be able to do it. Whatever you do, if you show up for the boozy keto party, have a drink in hand. Aw, thanks, Tina. All right, guys, do me a favor. Remember to keep it fats first, moderate protein, low carb, and eat clean or not, your choice. Just keep it keto. Bye.